Good afternoon and welcome. We all wish everyone happy and healthy. And tonight we have a bunch of questions that we want to answer, and we also have a couple of special guests that are coming on later on this afternoon, one of which is going to be the COO, Steve Metlager. And then we have had so many calls, or Stephanie has had so many calls about the Aventura Mall and what's going on. So the owner of the mall from the Sofa family, Jackie Sofa, will be with us very shortly, and she will tell us and give us an update on what's happening at the mall. But anyway,
Yes.
please ask me the questions because I know you have a lot of stuff
Sure,
you've
sure.
got.
I want to wish all of our residents a happy Thanksgiving as well. I know my phone has been like the 311 answer line for Miami-Dade County, well, for Williams Island in Miami-Dade County. We've had a lot of questions, and the first question is about the next board meeting date. That is the 24th.
Yes.
So that's coming up the 24th at 5:30 on Zoom?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's a very important meeting, as a matter of fact, because that is primarily a one-purpose meeting, and that is to do the full presentation of the renovation for the Island Club, the Island Pool, and all that goes with it. So we really want to make sure everyone get a chance to see that, watch it. It'll be on Zoom, but it'll be a shared screen, so we'll get to see all the renderings, the power presentation, and they have created a movie of the entire area that we'll be showing. So I think it's very important that it's 5:30 on Tuesday the 24th.
Okay, great. All right. Well, the next question correlates to that. The members would like to know if there's still the naming contest for the deli happening.
Yes.
Is that still on?
And
Okay.
that's in your hands.
Okay. We've had about 8 or 9 submissions, so if you'd like to send your emails in to my email address that's at the bottom of the screen for your ideas for naming the deli.
Great, great.
Okay.
You know, that definitely, guess, and to speak of the deli, and when Steve comes on, we'll talk in more detail, but we tentatively scheduled for a soft opening with Starbucks here to Train on the 8th of December, and we're looking to open on the 15th for the public.
Okay. Wow.
So that is very well underway.
Okay. And of course, Thanksgiving week is one of our busiest weeks on the island. We have all of our residents that come. Some of our residents come back. Some of their families are here. So we have been getting a lot of questions. Well, the first question would be about turkey trot. So Carrie is having a turkey trot this year, but it will be socially distant, and it'll be, Carrie did a video where there's bands for certain people, so they're doing it in certain time slots. So it's not over a certain amount of people, that they'll ensure that everyone has face masks up until it's their time to run. There's no food at this event. It's just water is going to be given out.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that we're consistent with all the social distancing and the protocols for the virus.
Yes.
So we didn't want to cancel it because it's an outdoor event, but we have staggered the times. There won't be a food, so there won't be a gathering, and we will have water and such that will be there for it. Yes.
Perfect. And then the next event is that afternoon. We have Thanksgiving, and Robert wanted me to remind the residents that Monday, the 23rd, is the deadline to make your Thanksgiving Day reservations. So if you're still interested, they do have some space available, and they can take your reservations at the 305-937-7840 number.
Now, and again, those reservations are staggered throughout the course, so there's only a maximum of, I think, 110 people at any one time in the dining room.
Yes.
And it will be here in the ballroom.
Yes.
So we can open the windows, it'll be socially distanced, but it is very important that you make your reservation because we do want to make sure everyone is taken care of. But again, there will be a strict social distancing adhered to.
Yes. And that brings up the most emails we've gotten all week is, and I know initially it was the cones on the island for the walkway because we had a tropical storm coming, the winds picked up, and we had to take the cones and the signs down, and people are asking, because we have so many people coming back on the island, if they'll be going back and they'll have our pedestrian lane back.
Well, as of now, the cones are up from the 1,000 building back to the resident gate.
Okay.
And then as soon as the winds die down and some of this goes away, which will be the next couple of days, it will continue to the main gate in the front. So that is going back up, and half of it's already up as we speak now.
Okay.
So we did listen to them, but we wanted to make sure it was done when it was safe and it wasn't going to be blown around as it did before.
Okay, wonderful. I know we've gotten a lot of calls about that, so I know people will be very happy with that. The next question is the holiday lights. People have asked when Williams Island will be all aglow, and I've got some confirmations on that.
And then you know more than I do, so when will that be?
That is going to be the night before Thanksgiving at between like 5:30 and 6 when it starts to get dark. All of the buildings and the POA lights will be on at the same time.
Very nice.
So
So that's going to be next Wednesday night.
Yes, it'll be the 25th.
Very nice.
Yes.
And tell us about the comedian that's coming, Sarge. How is that going to be handled?
Sure. The Sarge comedy event was supposed to be for an in-person show staggered with certain counts, but due to an overabundance of caution, the in-person event was canceled, and instead the show will be filmed here at the Island Club, and that show will be filmed, but it's going to be airing the whole show, about an hour and a half, on Williams Island TV, and it'll debut Tuesday, December 1st at 8 o'clock. So again, it'll be uninterrupted, no commercials, 8 to about 9:30 on WITV, channel 590. So some people ask, there's no code, it's not on Zoom. You just get your remote control and you put on 590 where you watch the board meetings. And Sarge's people were so nice, they wanted to make sure that everybody get a chance to see it. So they're allowing us the rights to broadcast it for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, every day up until December 14th at 8 o'clock. So for those of you who might miss it for whatever reason, they have a full 2 weeks to watch the show.
And what about food? Are we doing anything for the residents, like a little something special?
Yes. They were very pleased. Robert and his team are going to be delivering over to the concierges goodie bags to watch, a goodie bag to watch the show. Movie-sized popcorn, movie-sized candy. They are limited until supplies run out, but they'll be distributed the 30th and the 1st to the concierge desk.
So in other words, if somebody wants to have that the day of the show, they go downstairs to the concierge and pick up their bag of goodies.
Yes, correct.
Gotcha.
Correct.
Okay, and that'll be there for the night of the show, which is the
1st. It'll be,
first.
we sent out an email today and a flyer, and that'll be the 1st.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I understand also Robert is planning, and the flyers will be going out shortly, about New Year's Eve.
Yes, I did hear about that this afternoon.
Yeah. And New Year's Eve, we're going to be very careful. They will not be dancing. They will, obviously, we can't do anything like that, but there will be staggered times of dinners. People can come in, enjoy them. There'll be noisemakers. There will be festivities. There'll be music, but no dancing, unfortunately, and there's no socializing of that site. But we will have the dinner. We will have a beautiful fixed menu. And in addition to the New Year's Eve dinner that's going to take place in the ballroom, we will be having a lobster night in the dining room of the cafe.
Yes, correct.
So we'll be doing both.
Correct, in the grill, and there's delivery available as well for those who just want to have delivery meal go to their home as well.
And that brings up, I want to go back to Thanksgiving.
Yes.
For those that don't want to come here for Thanksgiving, can
Yes.
they have the turkey dinner sent to their apartments or homes?
Yes, the deadline is this Friday night,
Oh.
and they can get their meal catered and given to their home.
Okay, so they have to get those orders.
One person to 15.
I'm sorry?
Those meals can be for as little as one person.
Great. So there's no limit on the number of people for the delivery. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as they want it to be.
Up to 15.
Up to 15.
Oh, great. Okay, up to 15 people, so that's great.
Okay.
So they will have the opportunity to pick it up or have it delivered, whatever.
Yes.
And it'll come to their home.
Yes.
Because I know with what's going on now, a lot of people feel much more comfortable staying home. I will tell you that we have been extremely fortunate so far within Aventura and within the island regarding the virus. We have 1 or 2 possible cases that have pretty much gone away now since then. And in the city, there's almost very few. So we've been very fortunate so far. Even so this virus is surging all over the country, we are still adhering to it. We are not going to relax the protocols that we've established in the dining room, the spa, and all the public areas, tennis, etc., because we feel right now this is not the time to become complacent. We don't want to let up on any of these things. So we do ask that you wear your masks, as everyone seems to be doing. You're careful when you come in the dining rooms. Your temperature will be taken when you come into the dining room, as well as into the spa. And when you're playing tennis, you don't obviously wear them, but when you're done, please put your mask back on, because that's very important. And I know there's a lot of people coming down from up north. And I do know that some of the buildings may or may not have certain protocols that they're going to ask the people to do. I would request, and we can't mandate it, but we would request that anyone coming from up north, or from anywhere for that matter, coming down here for the winter, it would behoove you to take a test before you get on the plane to come down, When you get down here, stay home for a couple of days, then get your test, and after that, move around and be free to enjoy the island. But I think for the good of the island, you're coming in just like we would if we went to New York. We'd have to quarantine for 3 days before we would be able to get out. We would request people are using more of this due diligence in terms of coming down here. We've also had people that have asked where to go.
Yes.
So Stephanie, where are the locations that they can get tested for if they'd like?
Sure, there's quite a few different locations. We're very fortunate here in Florida. We have many locations at various area, Walgreens and CVS. We have a list on our website on the coronavirus page, but the best place to go where you don't even have to leave your car is the old Costco site down at 145th and Biscayne. It's a free test. It's the nasal swab test that they do. It'll show if you have the antibodies, and that is from Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They ask that you do make an appointment in advance, but I've been by there many times and it really hasn't been that busy.
Yeah.
So you can go, and I hear some of our residents have, and they've come back to the island and they said it was very quick, painless, and they got the results back in 1 to 2 days
That's great.
as the results.
And I understand there's a Walgreens down there nearby that also does it, and there they do the blood and the swab, and you get the results back the same day.
Yes, there's the rapid test
Yes,
that they have,
yes.
and that's around 140th and 6th Avenue. There's
Is
a
that right?
Walgreens
That's great.
there. Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
So anything else on the island that you want to bring us up to?
No, actually, we do have a update on those testing sites that we've put, and we follow the county. So as soon as the county updates the sites, we update our website with the city and the county information.
And by the way, we're very glad that Stephanie is back with us after her little mishap with her puppy. But she's doing great. As you can see, she's
Thank
as
you.
beautiful as ever,
Thank
and
you.
we're glad to have our partner back with us.
Thank you.
And don't go away, because we are now going to have Steve Matlaga join us in a few minutes, and then Jackie Sofa will be with us this afternoon as well. So thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.